So, hello, Scorpios out there. So, this is what I call personal growth reading, and all it is really taking a look at a situation that maybe we are growing from, learning from, um, also to remind us of what would be blocking us from that growth or change, fears or obstacles that are getting in our way. Um, and those can kind of go together. We're going to take a look at the strengths that help us, action steps to take, and an outcome. These are, this doesn't resonate. These are general readings. And if it doesn't resonate, take a look at your rising or moon signs, because these also, I believe, are very timeless. This is going to be posted at the end of April, and it's for that time period, but I think people are going to come across them when they need to. Also, keep in mind, I do personal readings. I have a link to my website in the description with but all kinds of reading choices, whatever you need. And if you don't know what you need, there's a link to an email, and you can ask me, and I will let you know. So I am using the Baroque Tarot today. I'm going to do a couple more shuffles. Okay, and cut the deck. And here we go. I need lots of room for this. So the situation, Three of Swords and the Emperor, blocks, Eight of Wands, Five of Wands, fears and obstacles, Devil, Knight of Wands, strengths, Ten of Wands, and Knight of Cups. There's something good is happening with the strengths. Action steps, Lovers, and Star. Love that. And I'm not going to talk about the outcome yet. And the bottom of the deck is Eight of Pentacles. So I do feel like there's healing going on here, and that's because the situation is the Three of Swords. So there's sadness, broken heart. There's something that you're working through that has to do with a broken heart. Now, keep in mind, this doesn't necessarily have to mean love. Broken hearts happen from all kinds of reasons. And a lot of times when, and I like to say this because, I was through a situation where I got leukemia, and that broke my heart. Like, it was hard, and there was a lot of pain as far as it even though it wasn't love that broke my heart, there was a lot of healing, and not just physical healing. So this situation that is for you is about something that's been really hurtful. I do kind of feel like this is a person, and it doesn't have to be a love person, but the Emperor is someone that can be really controlling, and to the point where they really can hurt you, like bad. An Emperor type energy sometimes speaks without thinking, and even in some cases, the Emperor, when it comes up as a bad relationship, it can be almost abusive. So whether it's verbal abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, it could be. And when I say abuse, this could be on a small scale too. Like, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily mean that that's this huge thing, but and that's just sometimes. So this Emperor could just be a controlling MFer, like just someone that's really controlling, but they hurt you. And I would say, this is the situation that you're trying to mend, move forward, move away from, learn from, do all of those wonderful things. But I feel like this is what the situation would be. Your blocks are Eight of Wands and what is this? Five of Wands. I feel like this is a confliction about moving forward and moving away. So what's blocking you is you're not moving, like you're stuck. So the Eight of Wands is a movement card. If it's blocking you, it means you're not doing it. You're not moving away. there is a big conflict here in the decisions you're trying to make when you're moving forward. So you're really going, okay, do what do I do? So that 5 of Wands feeling is you're fighting what you know you need to do. This is the way I feel. Okay, so this is, remember, a tarot reading. These kind of readings too can get pretty deep. So, you know, I feel like this is like your feeling, like you know what you need to do and you know you need to move away, but there is some kind of conflict that's holding you back from that. Um, there's something there like that's keeping you there. Um, Whether it's just fear, right? Or oh, we're going to talk about the fears, and I think that's exactly what it is. So speaking of that, but so your fears and obstacles are the Knight of the Devil and the Knight of Wands. So again, the Knight of Wands to me is a match for that Eight of Wands. It's the Knight of Wands is also a lot of forward movement and moving away from something and moving towards something else, and but with a lot of energy. And this, you're not, it's an obstacle. You're struggling moving forward. But here's the thing, the devil is here as well, and that tells me that there is a tie here. Whether you're addicted to the person, or you think you can't live without the person, or you're afraid to live without the person, this is a scary time for you. So I am not making light of this whatsoever, because this is a hard decision, but this is what you're afraid of. And it's hard. Like, what do you do? Taking that step is the hardest thing you'll probably ever do. Um, anytime we try to get away from something we're tied to, whether it be in an addiction or a person or a job or whatever, that's the first step is the hardest. Absolutely, because once we've done it, then we just are forced into the healing mode. Um, but it's that first step. And it really is a problem, because having the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Wands showing up in these negative areas tells me that this is something that you're really struggling with in moving forward. So, yeah, keep that in mind. So your strengths, which I really, really like, I really do like this. Your strengths are Ten of Wands and the Knight of Cups. And what that tells me with the Ten of Wands is that your strength is the ability to sustain. You know, you can sustain. You know, the Ten of Wands is a huge, wonderful, positive strength, because the Ten of Wands is, you're almost there. You've been carrying this really heavy load and you're almost there. And I feel like the Knight of Cups, as far as your strength, I feel like there's someone out there that really cares about you that would be willing to help you in this situation. And I feel like because this is so hard, that it's going to take someone to lean on. Um, and that's the Knight of Cups. It doesn't mean it's a lover. It doesn't mean anything like that. It's someone that cares about you. Could be a family member. It could be a friend. It could be anything. It could be a therapist. I don't know. I mean, literally someone that cares about you, um, and your well-being will help you through this situation. Now, keep in mind, again, that Ten of Wands says a lot about your character, right? So this is saying you've got the ability to sustain, and that's just something to remember, and keep in your back pocket, because sometimes we don't think we can make it. Like when we're going through something and we need to move away from something, we don't feel like we can make it once we. The reason why that first step is so hard is we think we will fail without this situation. We're so afraid. But the Ten of Wands says that you can sustain, and I love that. So your action steps are Lovers and the Star. And this isn't about lovers as far as lovers as another person. What this is about, what this action step is about loving yourself. And coming to a truth within yourself, finding a bond within yourself, because the self-love is what is going to help you move forward into the direction you want to move to. The star tells me that keep the faith, like, keep your eye. So the star is also about the North Star, it's direction. And when they navigated in the old days, they had compasses and they had the star, the North Star, and that is what guided them. And this is exactly what that is saying, that stay on the direction, the path that's going to be important to you. Keep an eye on that North Star, whatever that North Star is to you. And I think that this says a lot about how you can move forward. This isn't these huge traumatic action steps, right? I mean, having the lovers on the star here to me are very like something that we would tell ourselves all the time is, really take a moment and really love yourself, and then stay on course with that North Star. It's the star card. And the star card is a beautiful card. It's my favorite card. So, but I think as far as advice or action steps, it's keep the faith, keep moving forward. You have a destination in mind, whether you know it or not, and just keep an eye on that prize. Like, just keep your eye on it. Don't lose faith, don't lose hope, and don't lose direction. And as long as you really focus on yourself and your inner love, you should be good. Like, these are good actions. And then your outcome is 3 of Cups. So I feel like that is saying that you will soon, providing that everything, you continue to move forward in the direction you're moving, you will be able to celebrate yourself. And I think that's exactly, but I think this Knight of Cups person will be there for you too. And I think that not only, I don't think it's love, but I think this develops into a really good friendship relationship of some kind, because this is going to show you their strength and they're going to see your strength. And I think that's pretty awesome. So keep the focus, keep moving forward, keep doing the things that you need to do, and keep your eye on that North Star. Like, keep your eye on your prize. What is your destination? Keep your eye on that destination. And yeah, you'll soon be, being able to celebrate. Keep in mind, healing takes time. So with this being the outcome, are you finished healing? Probably not. Because this is absolutely healing, being that the 3 of Cups is there, or the 3 of Swords is there, and the 8 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And you will. And you will be able to celebrate it. And I think everything will turn out. It's just a matter of, keep in mind, even in the short term, even if you're celebrating, there's healing takes some time. And it just does. But it doesn't mean we have to live in sadness. Healing doesn't mean we have to stay there. So I hope this makes sense, and if it resonates, please let me know. Shoot me a comment, hit the like button. I don't know what I don't know, right? I love these readings. They're kind of like what I feel like I do best, so I do want to hear from people and to see what they think. So take care and have a beautiful day.